Go on, Ingvar.
Oh God.
Action.
Action.
Happy birthday to 3 years.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Bidnamic.
I met at fencing at Leeds University, in the fencing club. And yeah, we just had some fencing matches, and I think I always won. But
Yeah, you did. Yeah, many years of more experience than me. Or competing to a high level, but I think it was, in terms of Bidnamic, it was kind of after fencing, and we were just in the pub, and I always remember you said, "Oh, I've got a match. I've got a bet on this game." And I forget what the game was now, but it was pretty obscure, and it was very unlike you to be doing anything like gambling. You didn't even drink at the time, and so you said, "I've got a bet on this game." I said, "Oh, how much?" And I can't remember the exact amount, but it was a very large amount, tens of thousands maybe. And he said, "But I can't lose. I've got all the options covered, and I'm going to make a return from it." And I thought that's very odd anyway. And but yeah, it was quite interesting at the same time how you'd arbitraged and found the opportunity and automated the placement of the bid or the bet, I guess, in that point. And I remember maybe meeting up a few months later and catching up again in the pub after sports, after fencing, and saying, "Oh, how do you do?" And he said, "I've never lost, but now the amount that I can wager has been reduced down. So I've spotted you've never lost."
Only won for a couple of months.
Yeah, exactly. A couple of months, spotted you never lost, reduced down the amount you could wager from tens of thousands down to a very small amount, which didn't really make sense with the arbitrage amount you were making. And I remember thinking at that moment, okay, this is interesting, because you've got that mathematical opportunity, that approach, that technical mindset to automate and spot these opportunities kind of algorithmically. And obviously at the time, I've been building e-commerce businesses, marketplaces, which were kind of on the opposite spectrum, where I knew that Google already.
A lot of sellers on your platform, didn't you?
Yeah, and a lot of products as well, and exactly that kind of opposite kind of market, where if you can get it working, you can just keep scaling the spend and keep scaling that opportunity. And I remember it was maybe a few weeks after that we said, "Hey, let's meet up and kind of I'll share more." And you already followed some of the e-commerce businesses that I'd built over the years that we'd known each other, but kind of sat down and went through it in detail and kind of gave you the first overview of what Google Ads were, what pay-per-click marketing was, which is kind of new area to yourself. And then from there we sort of began to build, see the opportunity and apply it to different e-commerce ventures and marketplaces.
All the statistics that around kind of like the PPC space.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you dug into all the data that was available and how you could use it, how it could be how it could be applied to win at pay-per-click marketing, and particularly Google Shopping. And then that was really the inception, maybe 7-8 years ago now, of where we are today. But because you began finding out what were the best tools or automations, applying that to the e-commerce business, and then went out, raised investment, scaled up the e-commerce venture, marketplace venture, brought on more technical talent into the business, and began more automation, more data science there. And then kind of rolled back just over 3 years ago now, hence the birthday celebration, and that's when we looked to take it to the market, wasn't it?
Yeah, I switched over from e-commerce store to just bidding and making clients happy.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I think the name was partially like a decision by everyone in the company, so it was pretty transparent, and almost gave it to vote, didn't we?
Yeah. I think we wanted something that was a bit more unique. We wanted something that was tech in nature. Maybe it wasn't so descriptive. We wanted something that was
something that just wasn't used by anyone else or nowhere close. We'll be able to rank for it.
Rank for it in SEO and be found and be descriptive and build a brand around it, but not something too descriptive. I remember some of the ideas or names that we kind of bounced around were very much linked to pay-per-click or Google Shopping, and whereas we wanted something that could kind of go beyond that as well, but was anchored in that. So that's kind of where the name Bidnamic came from, and the combination of bidding, which is obviously at the heart of performance marketing of Google Shopping, and dynamic
aspect.
Yeah.
Continuously optimizing. Not really, but I guess ensuring that the culture is there, that people like working here, because I guess with more and more people that join the team, the family, the more important it is that everyone feels happy and all pulling along the same, all going along the same journey.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the main thing, isn't it? Make sure that we've got that kind of all building that culture we want to be in, that we want to work in, be a part of. I think that's the main thing. But no, I wouldn't say so. I think it's been kind of incremental. We've kind of been built a few companies in the past, and I think there's been companies where I've definitely had to push. Like, you could feel like you're making the progress, but you're really pushing every metric kind of up the hill, the big stones, kind of tiring and a lot of hard work, but you're building that momentum. I'd say with Bidnamic, it's been kind of pull. We obviously involve driving things, but actually it's the market, it's the opportunity which is gaining more and more momentum, more and more pace, in a kind of controlled way.
There was the opportunity that allowed for the fast growth. I think looking at results of some of our clients, whether we talk previously, it's not achievable. You can't double your spend, you can't tenfold your spend, and then over time, the learnings, the algorithm, making those learnings, we're able to basically completely turn around their businesses.
Yeah. I think also, like, from my side, like speed of bringing 9, 15 people at a time joining the business. I think that's exciting when you kind of look at the amount of people, 50 plus, probably in a couple of months' time it'll be 70, a few more months after that it'll be 80, 90, 100. I think it's, I wouldn't say it's surprising, because living in it you kind of feel the momentum, you feel the needs and the drive behind it. But I think it's still like something to look back on and look at. I think, this is exciting. This is, there's already talk that if it wasn't for COVID, then we'd all be in the office, we'd probably be out of space. Certainly will be with the kind of growth of people that are being recruited into the business. So I think that's quite a nice, if you'd said to me a year, 2 years ago, you've grown the whole floor when we were just in the small office, that probably would have been something I'd say that's probably not that realistic. But yeah, definitely become a reality. Yeah, I think like the company trips are definitely a highlight for me. Whether that's trade shows, like going out to literally this time last year we were in Palm Springs, the last trade show we could do, and that was great. Like the whole experience, flying out there, landing in LA airport, seeing the famous sights, even just things like American police cars, LA police cars, LAPD and stuff like that, and then getting on the whole journey of having like all the trade show stand and stuff like that, and getting to the villa and like the whole meeting our clients. So we had Sunil from Garmention flew across America to come and be with us at just at his own cost, just wanted to do part of the journey, part of support us. And another American client, Rich from Clean It Supply, wanted to come over, couldn't in the end. But I think that was what was really nice, was that human aspect, that it doesn't feel like we're on the journey on our own. It feels like we're being supported by our clients. Obviously the team is like, we get on really well, we've got really good good laugh, and the whole thing was absolute blitz from getting there, having a great time and partying, and obviously working hard as well, getting the results.
I guess all those trips are always hard, aren't they?
Yeah.
The fun trips plus I guess trade shows.
Yeah.
Also going to my home city in Berlin.
Yeah.
Which, good as well.
Yeah, it was good.
Trip and
the trade show as well.
Trade show.
Yeah, and we did. Where else did we go to?
Prague,
Barcelona, wasn't it?
Barcelona, Prague.
Yeah.
The next one after lockdown.
Yeah, Poland.
Krakow,
yeah.
So,
yeah.
Good to take everyone. All 50 of us.
More by then. Developers are over there as well.
We have to fight.
I mean, more products, so expanding from Google Shopping into other areas. Text ads and down the line Amazon ads. Expanding the team way further, as Liam mentioned already.
I think internationalisation as well. So whether that's multilingual, having a multilingual team, having localized teams as well around time zones. So we're an American office will be in the near future.
A lot of different languages, I guess. It's a
Yeah,
not
exactly.
really one, but
Yeah, European focused teams. Yeah.
Can we have a pay rise?
I think everyone has done a fantastic job, so that we managed to grow that fast. So from the very first people that joined 3.5 years ago, 3 years, sorry, that joined 3 years ago, up to now. So everyone has pulled through for the last 3 years.
Yeah, exactly. I think
to
it's been
to where we are now.
Yeah, I think it's been definitely a team effort. Do you know what I mean? We've all learned together and grown together. And yes, it affects everyone's hard work and getting that extra mile and making it fun as well. So I think it's the main thing. We can all work anything, do anything we want to do. I think like having that team spirit and that good fun journey kind of it's definitely made it memorable and helped deliver the growth that we've seen as well. So yeah, thanks to everyone's hard work.
We met at sports.
Yeah.
Probably so many days.
Yes, we've known each other for many years. Yeah, so 6-7 years fencing on the first team at Leeds University. Yeah. You can do better than that.
What's one of the biggest challenges you've faced in the past 3 years?
Biggest challenges.
You go first, mate.